3. Okay. Of course, when I made this title, now there's a rumor that Andrew Garfield's in freaking Venom 3. So,
No.
yeah, apparently, yeah, a concept art dropped. I'll send to you. A concept art dropped, and it looks like Andrew. So now everyone's going crazy on Twitter. Okay, so Tom Hardy says the Sony universe has their own Spider-Man. And this is from Tom Hardy. He said this with Forbes. Marvel Universe under Kevin Feige's management is doing so well. Spider-Man has gone to Feige's camp at Marvel. We have one at Sony. Okay. Now, I thought that he was referring to Miles Morales because obviously Amy Pascal, the lovely lady who runs Sony, she said that she and the team are planning for Miles to be coming into the live action very soon. But then this Andrew Garfield freaking thing came out, and I'm not sure if it's official or not. But this little art dropped with Andrew Garfield, and now everybody's saying that Andrew Garfield is going to come back. But before we go to a Garfield, right? How would you feel if Venom 3 laid the groundwork for Miles coming into the live action?
Conflicted. Listen, I want to see Miles come into live action. I think I'm probably one of the people that want that the most. I've been talking about it. I don't think that's the right way to do it. First of all, listen, I think Venom 3 is going to be entertaining, but Venom 2 was entertaining. It wasn't good. Like the first one, like I actually thought was decent. And I don't think this is the right way to bring Miles into live action. I think the right way to do it is quite literally in the next animated Spider-Man movie, you have him going through a portal and like you see like literally half the screen and you could see him jumping from one side to the other and his head on one side be live action and his feet on the other be animated, and he quite literally jumps through the portal. And the reason why I think that's so important to do it that way is because if it is the same Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse movies who goes into the live action, like fans will lose their minds. Everybody loves Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse movies. Why not bill it as the same Miles Morales?
100%.
Capitalize on the success you already have.
100%. Yeah, I don't think Miles should come in this movie. Now, I think Venom 1, 2, and 3 are all trash, in my opinion. Even though they were successful in the box office, you know how I feel about villain films. I'm just not that guy. And I get it, like in the comics, he's been more of an anti-hero. I get it. But the casual fans, I think that you got to start Venom off as a villain. And then if he's popping in and out helping Spider-Man, okay, whatever. But I don't like what they're doing with Tom Hardy. I think he's wasting literally like everything he has. Sadly,
I like Tom Hardy a lot. I think he is not wasting anything because the movies have been successful, and that's what they care about most. Number one, and everyone knows he's a talented actor. But I like the idea of villain-centric movies. I don't think that Sony has necessarily done not necessarily. I don't think Sony's done a good job with it, but like imagine getting a Doctor Doom movie, like just titled Doctor Doom. Imagine getting a Darth Maul movie or a Darth Vader movie, which we basically have. But you get my point. And I think that could be done for a lot of villains. I think a lot of villains are really good characters, and they can make for very good movies. And if they started making more villain-centric movies, I mean, the sky is the limit because we have so many good villains, and we really never get villain-centric movies. I think that it's a shame that the only example we have of it really is the Sony Spider-Man universe, which is obviously a failure. But I don't think that because the Sony Spider-Man universe is a failure means that villain-centric movies are a failure or would be a failure.
So obviously I disagree strongly, mostly because, and definitely when it comes to a character like Venom, because I mean, I don't think that success determines how good a film is. And I don't think you think that either.
I don't, but I don't think that I think that the success, because of the success of the Venom movies and the fact that Tom Hardy is a good actor and has a pretty good track record, I don't think it's going to impact his roles and position in Hollywood post Venom.
And that's not necessarily what I was saying. So I do think that, bro. I do think that Venom, the movies, you know, I think all three suck. And I just think that Carnage was just Woody Harrelson playing himself. Like it was just so corny to me. And I just was not a fan of Venom 2 at all. To me, Venom 1 was like a trick of the hat. I have no idea how that movie made 800 million. It just baffles me. And then Venom 2 had the hype of Carnage, but also people were thinking that he was going to be in No Way Home, so a lot of people went to see it. It did 500 mil, and I do think Venom 3 is going to flop. I mean, we are in the time where Furiosa was a great movie and it flopped. I don't see Venom 2. I don't even see Venom 2 crossing 100 million.
Venom 3.
This film. Sorry, Venom 3.
Oh,
this film is going to flop. This film is going to flop bad, bro. And the only way this movie gets saved, and Tom Hardy is doing it the same way his behind has done it the past 2 Venom movies. Every Venom movie, Tom Hardy goes on these press runs and he mentions Spider-Man in every interview. And what happens? We all fall into the trap thinking Spider-Man, thinking that he's going to fight against Spider-Man, and we watch the freaking movie, and the same thing is happening again. They've done this the last 3 films, and fans are going to be disappointed once again, and we're going to waste our good-earned money seeing this stupid movie, and it is what it is at this point. And this is the truth, man.
I gotta say, the one thing I am super disappointed about is that Venom 2 and No Way Home had a crossover post-credit scene, and it seems like we're not gonna see that matchup. Like, unless Venom is gonna be in Spider-Man 4, like, I'm sorry, you don't get to do a Venom post-credit scene in No Way Home and a Spider-Man post-credit scene in Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and then never have Tom Hardy Venom meet up and face off against Tom Holland Spider-Man. I'm sorry, but you teased that.
Biggest fumble.
Yeah, like, you have to do it now. You have to do it. That's like having Thanos post-credit scene and never making a movie with Thanos in it.
I agree. And I think that Venom could have been a big part of No Way Home. I even think Venom could have helped the Peters in that movie. I really do. I think it was a fumble.
I don't think Venom should have helped the Peters in the movie. But, and by the way, listen, for all we know, Venom could be the villain of Spider-Man 4. That could be coming. We don't know. But from the looks of it right now, and I always thought that was what was happening. But from the looks of it right now, it kind of seems like Venom 3 is going to be the end of Venom.
Yep, and I'm happy about it, man. And it just seems like
you wouldn't want to see Tom Hardy's Venom be the villain in Spider-Man 4
with Holland.
Yeah,
of course, bro. I don't think Tom Hardy's a bad actor. I love Tom Hardy.
Now that I think about it, I actually think that still might be in the works, because think about this. If they did Spider-Man 4 and they said Venom's going to be in it, people would lose their minds, and that movie would crush it at the box office. And by the way, the reason I think this Venom is going to be okay in the box office is because people were losing their minds over the trailer. The trailer was like top trending on Twitter for a full day.
Yeah, but do you know why it was?
Because of the horse.
Also, because a lot of people were pissed and confused about the whole symbiote in the bar thing, and people were like, "Did they just retcon No Way Home?"
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, like a lot of people were like throwing were throwing mad shots at that. And bro, like, I just think that Venom and number one, Eddie Brock is not going to be Venom in the MCU. It's 100% going to be Harry Osborn. They literally set it up perfectly. There's no way we are going to see Eddie Brock. No. There's no way we're going to see Eddie Brock, bro. There's no way.
First of all, they could do the Hobgoblin with
Ned
Harry Osborn.
Oh,
number one, Harry Osborn's Hobgoblin. So that's number one. Number two, if they are going to do Venom, they are going to do the Tom Hardy Venom. They are not going to forget that Venom 1 did $800 million. You are out of your mind on this one.
Sony has to let him in. I don't think they're letting him, dude.
bro. They 100% will. They'll collect a fee on it, bro. There's no way they do Venom in the MCU, and it's not Tom Hardy, guaranteed.